Okay. Now, what about the fifth vital sign, the vital sign of free will? What's the verdict with that in a strictly atheistic worldview with just matter, energy, time, and space? Is there room for free will? I mean, you've already intimated that it looks like there may not be.
Yeah, kind of the research that's been going on with neuropsychology, it's looking like, yeah, there might not be. Before you're conscious of making a decision, before you think to yourself, aha, I've made a decision, your brain has already made the decision. At deeper levels inside the brain that are underneath your level of consciousness, what you identify as free will.
Doesn't it just seem intuitively, though, that if I saw somebody on the lawn there choking, that I would immediately, there'd be an ought. I ought to go do the Heimlich maneuver on that person, or I can choose to walk away. There's a decision tree on all these things. It just seems inherently to us as humans that there's free will.
It does, but essentially...
And I've heard you admit that too. That we've talked before about that.
Yeah.
It's like, well, wait a second.
One of the funny things is, in terms of that kind of thing, the helping behaviors, do you choose to go or not? There's actually a tree that you don't even need brain scanning to do, but it's a decision tree of, do I have the ability to help this person? Will it hurt me to help this person? Is there a chance I can do even further harm by hurting this person? And you as an individual go down this tree, and there are all kinds of ways to say, to get out of this tree before helping them by saying, hey, I'm going to make it worse or whatever. There is. However, the question is, okay, is that really you as a conscious being making this decision right then? Or is essentially the decision already made by the summation of the life's experiences that you've been through? As a baby, you already start learning, going through, I guess, associative learning, B.F. Skinner style, rewards and punishments for various behaviors. And that already starts building in, okay, what's this behavior tree that I'm going to do? It's this hugely complex structure. So it's not just like a light switch of either on or off. There are so many different things that's probably what gives us the illusion of free will. I'm not a direct expert in this area, so I can't say, aha, it's here, here, and here. But yeah, you've essentially, when you see that, by the time your conscious brain goes, I'm going to help that person or not, the summation of your experiences, what have you done before? Have you helped people in the past? If yes, you're probably going to be more likely to help this person here.
Because it still falls down to a brain chemistry thing.
Yeah, it does.
And if free will exists, that is by definition something outside of the brain.
Yeah,
like an immaterial thing.
Not necessarily. If free will were to really exist, then you might see it, hey, there wasn't a decision made. The research I'm specifically looking to is, people decided whether or not to raise their arms when asked by a brain researcher or not. They already decided in their unconscious areas of their brain whether they would or not, shortly before they consciously were aware of the decision that they wanted to or not. And then they either raised their arm or they didn't. But their brain decided that before it became a conscious thing. If that didn't occur, if everything was entirely conscious and all you saw in the brain were in this consciousness areas that ping around, is it going to exist or not, then there might be more of a case for free will. But instead, it is biology. However, it's such complex biology that we have this illusion of free will. And, to quote, I think it was Stephen Hawking, even a hard determinist still looks both ways before crossing the street.
Okay.